What's up, mother? Money Moicano here and Iago the editor. What's up, Iago the editor?
How you doing, my brother? Feeling good today?
Doing very good, very, very good. And today we're going to do a video, but it's not a video, it's a podcast that we do for members of the channel. So, do you know what we do? Usually, we do the prediction for the fight on Monday for the most anticipated fights, the better fights, and then we do a podcast for only for members with all fights and talking a lot of shit. But guess what? I was not doing this because I was doing another stuff. So that time we're going to post on this, not for members, for everybody, so you can see if you like that style. If you like the style, like the video and consider to join the members and the Patreon. Okay, if you don't like, just keep scrolling, my brother. That's okay. Is this the message, Iago?
Yeah, I think it is. We didn't post it for like I think 2 weeks because people need to understand that UFC fighter needs to train, right, my brother?
Yeah, we have to train. We have to do a lot of stuff, and
go to the gym and get beaten. So
exactly. But today
we are back. Yeah,
we're going to talk about UFC Tsarukyan versus Dariush, or better saying Dariush versus Tsarukyan, and Hooker versus Green, but it's not Hooker and Green anymore. It's Turner versus Hooker. When we made a video about the...
No, my brother. Turner versus Green.
What did I say?
Turner versus Hooker.
Yeah, no. Turner versus Hooker already happened, and now it's Green and Hooker, and we have the Green versus Hooker. Is not fucking Green versus Hooker. What about Cody Brundage? Do you remember that guy? We watch a lot of fights because he's like... yeah, I remember now.
Because of the fight against Jacob Malcolm, brother.
Yeah, I wanted to do a video about Jacob Malcolm. Do you remember? He's very good grappler, and he was winning the fight, but was an illegal elbow to the back of the head, and then he got the W, but he
got the L, right?
Yeah.
Jacob Malcolm lost the fight because he elbowed the guy in the back of the head.
Yeah, let me see this other guy because I don't know. 6'0", 29 years old, and Contender Series. You see all these guys, they coming from the Contender Series, my brother.
Yes.
All these guys. He lost to Kevin Holland on his first amateur fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's amazing, man. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you see this guy's record is just unbelievable. Look at that. The first guy that he fought, 1-0. The second, 0-1. The third, 0-0. And then 6-3. And then 5-10 and 6-0.
5-10, yeah.
Man, if you look to some of the Brazilian guys' record, is unbelievable. I don't know.
You're saying that they are like tough competition?
Yeah. Usually, this guy is Jew. So probably he does the jiu-jitsu, right?
Okay, bro. I didn't want to laugh off that. Okay, let's go.
So who is winning that? I cannot say. Man, I'm going with Cody Brundage just because the record of the other guy is fucking padded. You know.
And let me tell you something.
At least this guy lost to Rodolfo Vieira.
Yeah, but Zach Reese is a favorite on that fight, my brother.
Yeah.
Minus 230. Minus 230, minus 260 in some houses, and Cody Brundage is plus 200. Probably he did. I didn't watch, of course, but probably this fight that he got on Contender Series, he probably won. It was a non-bar on the first round, 1 minute and 14 seconds of the first round. Let me see. Cody Brundage struggles against grapplers. No, not much.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. He lost to Dumas decision, but he got submitted by a triangle choke by Rodolfo Vieira and TKO by Michael Ole. I cannot say this name, but Rodolfo Vieira finished him in a triangle.
Yeah, another guy, he got a guillotine. He got choked by a guillotine on first round too. So that's probably what's happening here. This Zach Reese, he probably fought a really good fight against this Eli Aronov on the Contender Series, and people are probably guessing that he's going to submit Cody Brundage and fast. That's what's happening here. So I'm not going with Cody Brundage on this one, brother.
Cody Brundage, my brother. Put your house on him and be ready to cash in, my brother.
No. Do you know?
Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, my brother.
You know what was the last time that you told me something like that? You told me.
No, I don't remember.
You say, if this happened, you said to me, if this fight happened, you put all your money, you sell your house, you put everything on this guy. You know what fight was?
No.
It was Israel Adesanya against Sean Strickland.
Yeah,
brother.
that's true.
You said put everything you have with Adesanya, brother.
That's true. Because the odds, they were good, because
unfortunately,
search for the odds. I don't even remember the odds. Search for the odds. Minus 650.
Minus 650 for Adesanya. So.
For me, that was a very good odd for Adesanya versus Strickland. Brother.
Yeah.
Because do you remember, man, we did a video. Do you remember the video? If you want to watch that video, the video is going to be on the chart. But
on the card, brother.
On the card. Yeah. What's the difference between card and chart?
I don't even know what is a chart.
I think chart is like
chart with a T on the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, a chart is a graphic.
Graphic, yeah. But on the card, yes. But do you remember when we were doing this video, Sean Strickland didn't check any kick.
Yeah.
He got kicked by everybody, even Santiago Ponzinibbio that doesn't know how to kick. And
Santiago Ponzinibbio threw two head kicks to his face, brother.
Yeah, do you remember that? So that's why I could not believe what Sean Strickland become, brother. Sean Strickland become a very, very good fighter. And that's why this sport is unforgivable, my brother, It's tough. I'm glad you didn't take your money and put on Sean Strickland because we were not allowed to,
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. If I was allowed to bet, I would be homeless right now, brother, right here, because of this fucking channel. But
for sure,
it is what it is.
Okay, I'll let this talk for the day, but we have to talk about that because not after that, but when I was watching the Alex Pereira's fight for the fight against Iri, of course, I was watching his fight against Sean Strickland, brother, and it's amazing that Easy could not do anything with him, brother. Yeah, because Alex Pereira was finding his all the time, brother. Was finding him all the time.
That's a good topic, my brother. Most interesting than some fights on the card. And why do you think is that? Why do you think Adesanya was so he was not going? What do you think,
brother? It's very hard to say because I don't know. Technically, I don't know why. And I have no idea why he was like that, but it seems that he was in a bad fucking moment because of the thing that he did after on the press conference, that he left the press conference. One of the worst things I ever seen on a sport, brother, was that attitude by Israel Adesanya. Yes. So I cannot explain why Alex Pereira was so good against Sean Strickland and why
Alex Pereira.
Yeah, Alex Pereira, because that was a
against Sean Strickland. You mean
against Sean Strickland? Yes.
Okay.
Alex Pereira was doing really good. He won, of course, but on the fight, he was doing good against Sean Strickland, brother. Sean Strickland was not able to put pressure on him like he was doing against Adesanya, and I cannot say why. Do you have an idea?
I can't say why. But first, let me tell you something. This podcast, you're going to edit, right? So maybe let's just start with this conversation because it's better than we look in Turma and Jared Gordon. We don't know who he is. So do a little editing on the end, going fast, and you know what to do. But let's start with the better conversation because I don't think this is a betting tip, of course, but I think the most important thing on this podcast is let the conversation flow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And on the beginning, we were too much trying to play by the book, like fight to fight. it's better to have a conversation like that. And you, if you're watching the video, let me know what you like more, you know. But let me tell you something. Why is that? And I agree with you 100% because the problem is, do you remember the way Sean Strickland was fighting Alex Pereira? If you don't remember, Sean Strickland was doing what he always does. The main dance, going forward and like trying to kickbox against a world kickboxing champion, you know?
Yes.
But Adesanya, in the other hand, he doesn't go like that. He goes like, he feints, you know, changes stances and kick and jab. No, Sean Strickland is the worst game for Alex Pereira. Because we saw that
for easy, right?
Not for easy, for like to face a guy like Alex Pereira, Sean Strickland is terrible.
Okay.
Because like Alex Pereira like to put pressure and he throws bombs, you know. And Sean Strickland usually try to block with the Philly shell and stuff. Adesanya is more technical, and that's why I think Sean Strickland could deal with the pressure and the punches and all that stuff, you know. Because Alex, man, if you are an MMA fighter and you're going to fight Alex Pereira, don't try to beat him on his own game because you're gonna be in trouble, you know. Adesanya got lucky on the second time, but he had lost 3 fights, right? But remember, the way Adesanya is fighting is the way to beat him, like on points, you know. But you don't go over there and try to knock him out because that's going to be trouble for you. And we saw that on the 205 division. So I think the styles make fight, and that fight was a very hard fight for Sean Strickland. I think if he fights again against Alex Poitin, he's going to be knocked out again. And if he fights against Adesanya, what do you think? Do you think Adesanya can adjust?
Yeah, I think so, brother. I think so. Because he's a kickboxing legend, bro. Because he's so good on the I don't know, bro. It's very weird to me that Adesanya never fought a guy like Sean Strickland, you know, a guy that is walking forward all the time, and because if you watch the fight, brother, it seems that he doesn't know what to do.
Yes.
And I think he can adjust. I'm not saying he's going to win exactly, but I don't think he's going to get beaten by 5 rounds, bro.
Yeah.
Because that was insane to watch.
Yeah, that was insane to watch. Jamey-Lyn Horth versus Veronica Hardy. Brother,
do you know these people?
I know Veronica Hardy. She's married with Dan Hardy. I think I saw her one time UFC Brasilia.
Okay.
She's not doing very, 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 very good on UFC. 2 wins and 4 losses. And it was funny the other day. I was watching a video of her. Or I think it was on Ariel Hawani show. And he was asking her if she feel that she's going to be champion or something like that. And the answer was very honest. You know, she was talking about she had like 2 wins in UFC and 4 losses. Now she's just happy to be competing, you know. I thought that was a good answer, right?
Yeah,
Like,
really nice.
Humble, right? Very humble.
Yeah. And not to be made fun of too, you know, because you know people are mean, brother. People are mean, and she realized that I'm gonna go there and say yes, I will be champion. And she's 2 wins, 4 losses. People will be talking shit about her on the internet. I'm glad she didn't do that.
Yeah, but to be very honest with you, I don't remember her fighting. But she's still young, 28. I guess Dan Hardy made a great job, right, to marry Dan Hardy's 41. That's a good movie by Dan Hardy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Good looking girl and 28. That's good. And she's from Venezuela, but she doesn't look like a Venezuelan girl, right?
Yeah, she's very European.
Yeah,
I guess.
I would say that.
Yeah.
But I don't remember her fighting, and she's fighting the other girl, the Canadian girl, Jamey-Lyn Horth. I don't remember too, but the record 6-0. That's a good record. 33 years old, 170, like 5'7".
Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If you compare both of these girls, they had a flawless record before getting to the UFC. Okay, so if you see Veronica Hardy, she was 5-0 before the UFC. As Jamey-Lyn is, she is actually, yeah, Jamey-Lyn was 5-0 before entering the UFC, so she had only one fight on the UFC. Maybe, we don't know. She looks like, look into her record right now. She looks scary, right? But
Yeah, 6-0.
yeah, but maybe right now in the UFC she gonna get like
She
tough competition.
no, she has one victory in UFC.
Yes, she has one exactly.
Veronica minus 108 and the other girl minus 112. I'm going with the Canadian girl just because she's 6-0, one fight in the UFC, but I don't know what's going on, what will happen on that fight specifically. What do you think?
I think that I'm cheering for Veronica Hardy, bro.
Yeah.
Just that, but I have no idea. Brother, odds minus 112, minus 108. Nobody knows.
Nobody
Let's
knows.
be honest.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And this is on DraftKings. In other sites, they have like even minus 110, minus 110. So that's going to be a very, very, very tough fight to call. And then we have Wellington Turma and Jared Goulding. My
Yeah.
brother, that's going to be a tough fight to watch. I don't know how. I don't know how. Wellington Turma is still on the UFC.
Let me see his record, brother.
See his
What are you-
record.
Oh, three. Oh, wait. 3 wins, 5 losses. Brother, he has.
I think he's friends with Glover Teixeira. He's very good friends with Glover Teixeira.
Yeah, he trains at Teixeira MMA Fitness.
Yeah,
okay.
but I'm going to talk about what I remember for him. I think he's well rounded. I think he's okay on the striking, but he's not very, very, very good striker. I think he's a mid fighter, to be honest with you. I don't want to disrespect him, But in the other hand, we have this guy, and I saw this guy fighting live on a show before UFC. XMMA was on the XMMA.
Okay.
Yes, this motherfucker, he's a explosive striker, but zero ground game.
Okay.
Zero
and he
ground
has
game.
trouble making weight too.
Yeah, zero ground game. I think Turma will beat him, and that's what the odds are reflecting. You
Yeah.
see, he's not huge favorite because they don't know he could knock it out him, but at the same time, I think
Minus 200 for Turma, right?
minus 200. Yeah. Man, that's going to be a tough fight to watch,
Tough
motherfucker.
fight.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just joking. But I don't know, man. Training with guy like Glover Teixeira, I bet he can like evolve and get better, right? Because Teixeira, we are seeing how much Teixeira is helping Alex Poitin.
Yeah.
And Turma he has a decent grappling, to be honest with you. He has a decent grappling, and I think the matchup will be good for him. So we have Wellington Turma against Jared Goulding. I don't know how to say his name. And then we have
Jared
the other
Goulding
fight.
against-
Ihor Potiera versus Rodolfo Bellato. Do you know this guy? Rodolfo Bellato. I think it's going to be... Yeah, he fought on Contender.
Yeah, he fought on Contender and he was dominating LFA.
LFA?
So, yeah, 4-0 on LFA. And I think he... Probably they matched this fight for him to win. This is what I think. Yeah. And he's a huge favorite, minus 450, minus 500 in some houses.
Yeah, and look at that.
Yeah.
He lost to Vitor Petrino on the Contenders, and Vitor Petrino is doing pretty good on UFC.
Yes.
He's doing okay on UFC.
He fought, if you guys don't remember, he fought on the last UFC São Paulo, and he's good, man. Good to watch. And knockout power. Vitor Petrino, I'm talking about, of course. So he's one of those guys that he, as soon as the fight starts, you say, okay, he knows how to fight just because of the way he moves.
Man, this guy, Iho Potiera, I think he was here in America Top Team for the Mauricio Rua fight. But I don't remember. I'm not sure if he was here or not. I think so.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm going with the Brazilian, to be honest with you.
Me too.
Why? Just because he's a heavy favorite. What do you think about Misha Tate and Julia Avila? Do you know the girl Julia Avila?
I do not know. I do not know her. What do you have to tell me about her?
I don't know.
Raging Panda.
Raging Panda.
Yeah, nice nickname though.
She lost to Sijara Eubanks, and that girl is not good. 7-7, 5-5 in UFC. She's very short, you know. I don't remember the girl fighting too, but I want to see how Misha Tate is doing because 37 years old, coming from 2 losses, but she lost to Lauren Murphy and Kathleen Vieira, and then she beat Marion Renault, lost to
Take a
Raquel
look
Pennington
at
and Amanda Nunes. The odds?
No, not the odds, but Julia Avila, she has some interesting wins. You know, she won against a girl with a front kick and punches on the second round, and then he won against another girl with a knee to the body and punches. So
that girl is a good jiu-jitsu. Julia Storelenko. Do you remember? She beat Molly McCann.
Yes.
But she's a very bad striker, you know?
Yeah, but Julia beat her on the grab.
Rear naked choke, yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't realize that. I don't know, man. I'm going with Julia Avila just because Misha Tate is very, very, very old for MMA.
Yeah, I'm going.
But I don't know.
Julia
I think for women, 37 is not that bad in MMA. It's like heavyweights, right?
Okay.
You see. Talking about heavyweights, did you see the PFL? Did you watch the PFL last?
No, I did not. You're talking about Problema, right?
Yes. Heavyweights. Yeah. Now he's a millionaire. He's a cool guy, brother. He's a very.
Do you
cool
know
guy.
him personally?
Yeah, he trains here at ATT. Okay. And today he was on the gym with the belt and everything.
Showing the belt, that's nice.
But better than the belt, I think he's going to fight Ngannou next season, right?
Really?
Yeah, because Ngannou is on PFL, right? So
yeah, that's way better than the belt, right?
Yeah, way better than the belt because just to start, I think he's going to make at least 2 or 3 millions just to fight.
Yeah, 2 millions guarantee.
2 millions guarantee.
In a new contract.
And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell that before everybody is calling that. I think Problema can knock Ngannou out. I think it's going to be a fight like, man, because let's look. Renan Problema height.
Okay. Yeah, he's 6'8".
6'8". What about
let me watch Ngannou. Yeah, just a moment.
Man, he's still very, very, very young for a heavyweight.
Yeah.
For a
Ngannou is 6'4", brother.
Man, he's way taller than Ngannou. And look, I think that is that on YouTube. Let me see if I can find this on YouTube. He can do backflips.
Renan Problema?
Yeah.
He's athletic as fuck, brother.
Yeah.
But he's too tall, brother. 203 centimeters. If just
2 metros e caralho.
2 metros e tanto, velho. 2 metros e tanto. He's 10. People will not understand that, but he's 10 centimeters taller than Ngannou.
Look at that.
What? I'm not watching your screen right now. You're not streaming for me.
Okay.
I can't look, brother.
Not only that, like he's like a capoeira guy. He does like crazy shit, you know. But what I want to say about that, because he's like huge, he's like a giant, but he looks like a normal guy, if you know what I mean. Because when you see heavyweights, they all look unathletic, you know, the way they walk, they are too big. This guy's like a normal dude, but giant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's not super strong like bodybuilder, but he's just tall. And I think that's why he has so much speed, you know? And I think he's going to be quick than Ngannou, you know, if he can connect the right hand on Ngannou. And that's going to be a very fun fight to watch. Renan Problema and Ngannou. I think PFL did a great job to get those guys, you know?
Really nice. And let me tell you something. Problema is a very nice nickname, brother. Let me tell you something. Problema is really good. If you are American, you think, oh, Renan Problem, but it's not that, brother. In Portuguese, that sound like I cannot explain. I'm sorry, guys. Renan Problema is amazing.
Man, because it's like a lot of slangs, right? People use problema in Brazil. This is problema, brother. Isso é problema. Isso aí vai dar problema.
Exactly.
It's a fun, and I like that he keep his nickname like problema. It's not problem.
Yes.
I like, and I think American people can understand that. So I think that will be okay, right? Let me ask you another thing about that, man. I want to make a video about Bellator and PFL, and nobody's going to watch. Nobody's going to watch, but like I say to you, I don't give a fuck, my brother. I want to do videos that I want to make because I want to give my opinion on that because I think like with Bellator merging with PFL, I think the Bellator champions, they will dominate the PFL fighters. I think they will dominate PFL fighters. So I want to make a video about that because next year, the competition to the tournament is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. We're going to have like Patricio Pitbull. He's a very tough fighter, brother. Very tough fighter. We're going to have guys like Nenkov. You know, I don't know if Johnny Ablin will be on the tournament because they don't have 185. But if they make the weight class 105, it's going to be huge, and Johnny Ablin will dominate. And the 205 is on Bellator, you know, the lightweights on Bellator, like Patrick Pitbull, like the Russian guy, Alexander Shabil, Usman Nurmagomedov that got like a puppet for doping on USADA. These guys, they are monsters. And I was talking about that with a friend today. Like the level of Bellator fighters, even though Bellator, they don't have a lot of fighters, you know, they are very small in his roster. I don't know if they call like that, but fuck that. But people that fight for Bellator, usually you don't have much people, but the ones at the top, everybody knows them, you know what I mean? Like the champions, the contenders. The guy that is 135 on Bellator is very good, you know. Let me see his name.
Patchy Mix.
Is
this guy?
Is exactly Patchy Mix.
But I don't think he's champion right now. The champion is Sergio Pettis. And Patchy Mix.
But he beat him. I think he beat Pettis.
Okay, so Patchy Mix right now seems
Sergio
to be
Pettis,
the
Yeah, he beat Sergio Pettis on the last Bellator. And look at his record.
Yeah,
19 and 1.
Okay.
And he beat Rafael Stotts beat Danny Sabatello 2 times, and Danny Sabatello is a very good wrestler. He beat Kyoji Horiguchi. Kyoji is a monster. You know?
Is really good, brother.
Ricky Banderas. That guy, Patch Mix, is a trouble, my brother. He's 5'11". He has my size, my frame, 5'11", 180, and he makes 135. You know, young.
That's insane, right?
That's insane. That's insane. This guy. So let's make a video about that. But anyways, let's keep talking about the other fights because I have to go train in a minute. That fight, let me tell you something. That's a mismatch. That's a mismatch. I think we should do. A homie is in trouble because Melquizael Costa, Melky is not losing to this guy Steve Garcia, for sure. for sure. Melquizael Costa, very, very, very good striker, well-rounded, 20 wins and 6 losses. He lost to Thiago Moises on a short notice. And after that, he beat Austin Lingo. And I think he will do good, especially now that he's on 145. And this guy, Steve Garcia, I remember him losing to Luis Pena. Luis Pena, my brother. 2020. And Luis Pena, he used to train here in America Top Team. Man, he's coming off a lot of losses, Luis Pena. After his UFC, he lost to Karma, Worthy, and then he was losing. Lost to Will Brooks, Elite Nelson, Michel Dufault, kickboxing, boxing.
Man, he's losing in everything, brother.
Yeah,
in every sport that he goes.
in every sport. I don't know what's going on with Luis Pena. You know, I think Luis Pena was too big for 55. You know, he was.
Yes, he's 6'3", brother.
Yeah, 6'3" and 155. That's just crazy. I remember I used to train with him.
Let me see.
And
yeah, same height as Jalin Turner.
Same height as Jalin Turner, but I think Jalin Turner it's much more stronger than him. I think I'm not sure, but just because of that, you know, I think that's going to be a mismatch because Melquizael Costa, he struggled before with grapplers, you know, and he used to be a 55er. So I think he's going to be more stronger than Steve Garcia, and I think he's going to beat Steven Garcia out, my brother. What do you think? Do you know these guys?
I have no idea about this fight. No, I have no comments about this fight, brother. Yeah. Cheering for the Brazilian, of course, but
we're talking about Joe Solecki and Drakkar Klose, like on the video, and again, I think Drakkar Klose will beat Joe Solecki because he faced the better competition. I think he was doing good against.
He impressed me, brother.
Against Dariush, you saw that on the first round. So he's very aggressive, you know. He's very, very aggressive. And like I say, Joe Solecki, he got beat by Jared Gordon, and that's never a good sign, my brother. If you got beat by Jared Gordon, again, I don't want to take anything from Jared Gordon, but he's very small. His game, he's a warrior. You know, he beat Paddy Pimblett. But, again, I don't think he is one of the best in the division, you know. So probably Drakkar Klose will beat Joe Solecki on that fight.
You think Jared Gordon should go down on the division? You think he should be a 145?
I think he was a 45.
Yes, he has on the CFFC. He has a fight on the featherweight 145.
Yeah.
Yes. So maybe he's struggling to make weight, but I just asked that because you said he's kind of short.
I don't want to take anything from him, like I was saying, but I don't think Jared Gordon is short. I don't think he's very athletic. He's tough, you know, but he needs to work a lot on his ground game and even on his striking. So take that on consideration. I think Drakkar Klose will win. We have Clay Guida and Joaquim Silva. I think Joaquim Silva will finish Clay Guida just because of the age and stuff, and I think it's going to be a fun fight. I'm happy for Joaquim Silva, the famous bald BJJ. He's a cool guy, very humble, helps people a lot in the gym. So I think he needs to knock him out, to finish him and talk a lot of shit, you know, and try to get some hype behind his name because he's a nice guy.
You think his career would have took off if he had beat Arman?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But at the same time...
Brother was so close, brother.
But at the same time, like I say, I think he needs to work a lot on his grappling. Especially this defensive, you know, because I saw him sometimes and he gets too comfortable being on the bottle, you know. maybe because he's afraid to get tired, but man, he can knock anybody out on this division, and he has a crazy guillotine, so he has a lot of good weapons, but I think that fight is going to be a good fight for him to be on the mix, to because Clay Guida has a bigger name, good name,
Yeah.
and I think it's the right fight to make,
Yeah, Clay Guida is probably retiring soon too, right?
We never know, right? We never know, but he's not a young man anymore.
Brother, when I saw that his
41.
first fight in UFC was in 2006, brother.
Man, talking about that, the video today was great. The video for the prediction, the editing was gold, my brother. Thank you so much for the help. And the
Thank you, my brother.
Clay Guida was good. 2006, and he fighting like a maniac on the cage. Right?
Yes, brother. 2006. I was scrolling through his topology and I could not believe UFC fighting on the UFC in 2006, brother. How long is that?
Yeah,
dude is almost 20 years on the UFC, bro. And if Dana White doesn't send him home, probably he will make the 20 years, right? 2026, Clay Guida will be there.
2000 and let me check. And before that, he was in Strike Force.
Yes.
He was in WEC, WC, and then UFC. And I remember those days, my brother. I remember those days. WEC was. Have you watched WC?
No, never.
Man, I used to love watch that show, brother. Was like before UFC only had the lightweight and up, They didn't have like featherweights, bantamweight, and flyweights. And this show WEC was amazing. Like we got fighters like Cerrone, Showtime Pettis, at the time Chelsea.
Okay.
Who else? And the little guys like Dominic Cruz, Faber, Jose Aldo, Renan Barão, all these guys, they were fighting WEC. And I remember watching that and thinking about, man, I want to fight on that show. But then they got merged like PFL and Bellator.
Yeah.
And then Jose Aldo defended his belt against Mark Hominick, yeah. And do you remember the photo? But put the photo of Hominick and Jose Aldo fight.
Let me see. Whoa! I know this. Yeah, I have seen this a lot of times, of course.
Colombo, the
Jesus
bump
Christ.
over his head. Yeah. The bump over his head. But let me just finish talk about the card. I think Sean Brady and Kevin Gastelum, I don't know what's going on. And I'm very excited to watch Deiveson Figueiredo at 135, especially against Robert Fuentes. I think it's going to be a good fight for Deiveson Figueiredo.
You are in a hurry, right?
Little bit. Why?
Little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to ask, why you're really confident on Deiveson Figueiredo on this fight against Robert Font, but not many people are,
Yeah.
Why is that? Robbie Font is a favorite, like close favorite, minus 130, but you on the video you sound very confident that Deiveson Figueiredo is winning this fight.
Maybe it's just because he's Brazilian, right? Maybe just because he was a champion on the 125.
Yes.
But I don't know. I think he's very, very good fighter, very well-rounded, knockout power, submission artist, guillotines. And he lost to Moreno twice. But I think that's the right decision for him. 35 years old. It's going to be very hard for him to make the weight. So, to be completely honest with you, maybe I just want him to win. I don't know if he's going to win, but I think that's the right fight to make because Robbie Fuentes is a boxer, and I think in a boxing department, Deiveson Figueiredo could be even better than him. I don't think Robbie Fuentes is very big for a 35. So I think it's the fight to make. I think Deiveson Figueiredo definitely could beat Robbie Fuentes.
Okay.
Jalin Turner and Bobby Green, I talk about that on the video. I think Jalin Turner will knock Bobby Green or finish Bobby Green out before the third round. I really believe that. And I guess we're going to find out. I guess we're going to find the fuck out, my brother. If you know what I mean. And we have Dariush and Arman Tsarukyan. I think Dariush is a very good underdog. But at the same time, Arman Tsarukyan, I think he learned his lessons and he not gonna be caught on that fight. I think he will beat Beneil, Dariush. But let's see. It's not gonna be
Let me tell you
easy fight.
something. Do you remember the fight of Dariush against Garo?
Yes, I remember.
Brother, Dariush was stuffing his takedowns, but really well, brother. I watched the whole fight, and
But do you remember Matheus Garo getting the takedown? He got couple takedown. I think the problem was to keep the fight on the ground. And I think if Tsarukyan got the fight on the ground, he will be able to control him. Because
but
Tsarukyan is very good in controlling fights.
one thing that was happening is because Garo was shooting for the takedown, and he was getting the takedown, but Dariush was like standing up right away. You know, right? It's kind of like a half takedown. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I think it's
could
because.
take Dariush.
But I think it's because Matheus Garo style. You know, he's a good wrestler, but I don't know. He goes for single legs and leg locks, but when he's on the top, I think because I don't know why, but I think he let the guys stand getting up. You know, like on the Diego Ferreira fight. I remember he fighting Diego Ferreira. He was taking him down and letting him get up. So I don't think he's very smart, but I think his game usually he's relied too much on his cardio. But Tsarukyan, on the other hand, is very good in controlling positions, don't get caught in submissions and winning the fights by decision. So that's why I think, especially because the age, gap, I think he will be able to control him. And that being said, we will do a lot of more podcasts. If you want to watch more, please consider to join the membership. Today podcast, I have to go because I have to keep training, I wish I could take the Bobby Green fight, but I didn't take. So I will have to keep training, keep working on my knee. And that's what I'm going to do right now, going to the PT, working on stuff that I need to work, and then go to the gym and training a lot. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Iago, the editor. Final considerations for the podcast.
Oh, brother, nice podcast. Really, always nice to talk to you, and I hope everybody likes this. I will add this, and so it will be cut, but it's going to be a podcast, okay? Not short, long format podcast, and we are doing it a lot more right now.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot more of that, and please consider to join the membership. Thank you so much.